MRecktv. Got a few bad chicks in my grimy gang. Line your ass up for them shiny things. You thought it couldn't happen, but we caught you lacking. I coach all the shooters, Phil Jackson.
Salute, Stakk. What's good? How you?
The wreck was good, man. Chilling all day, man. Like a bear hibernating.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything good, homie. You know, getting a crazy buzz out there. I feel like people need to know more about your background and your documentary that's coming. So I got, a few questions I want to ask you and just bring people up to speed. All right. So I'm gonna get into one right off the bat. What age was you about when you turned blood?
I think I was 25, giving a turn 26.
Okay. What, I guess, intrigued you about the blood organization and all that to make you want to turn blood?
Yo, I'm be honest with you, I wasn't really intrigued. I was hearing rumors, because New Yorkers, it was like we were hearing a few things in the air, and it came to us in the form of Latin Kings was like coming to us, because at that time I was messing with like a BGF family, as the Black Guerrilla family that was in jails. That would kind of say that was the beginning of like Black organization, was this crew called BGF, and mostly it was just dudes just being together, as blacks. So one time some Latin Kings was like, yo, they came to us like, some black dudes, and they was like, yo, we got a bunch of bloods cutting my brothers, on the island. And they was like, could you turn them over to us? Like, let us know who they are. So when they left, I'm like, I ain't telling them niggas who bloods is, if they black. I ain't turning. That's like giving up. You know what I'm saying? So, but I knew they was there because there must have been a little bit of them, because they would just mark shit on the benches like that. So they wouldn't come out and say they was blood yet. Well, not the ones I encountered. But then I went home, right? And I got locked back up with a new charge. I was only home for like a couple of months. Then when I came to the island, it was really buzzing, you know what I'm saying? And a couple of my homies, like under them from Staten Island, they see me in the pens. They was like, yo, the bloods are starting to pop out, you know what I'm saying? Like they got this house and that house. And there wasn't a lot of them though. And so I was like, I wouldn't say forced into it. I didn't choose it. The shit chose me because of the circumstance I was in. It wasn't popular to be blood, you know what I'm saying?
Got you. So you turned blood in jail or before?
Yeah, in jail. Yeah.
Oh, got you.
In Rikers Island. It wasn't real popular. It was a scary thing. And Nate, and it was like Nate Dogg, just before they blooded me in, they was like, yo, you sure you want to do this? Because it's going to get rough. It's going to get thick, bro. And I was like, I ain't got no other choice. I'm knee deep in now because of what I just did. You know what I'm saying? It's like now, I'm all in. You know that term? I'm all in.
Trust me, I live it. That's the name of my record.
All in with no turning back, bro. And I'm gonna put that in the documentary and in the music. It was like all in, no turning back. You ever felt like you did something, but it's too late to apologize for it?
Yeah. That's
what it felt like. Like I did it, and I knew a couple of dudes like that I did it to, and it was like, I chose a side. You know what I'm saying? So
got you.
I had to ride that out to the wheels fell off.
Got you. Now, what does blood stand for, and why was the organization made in the first place? Created in the first place?
Well, I was indoctrinated with a bunch of false, information, but blood, as I was interpreted, they said it was brotherly love overrides oppression and destruction. That's what I was taught. That's what I was indoctrinated with when I was in Rikers Island. But the origins of blood go back to, the West Coast, T. Rogers, some of the original founders, and the Stones go back to, I guess, Jeff Fort. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mix up with, I'm not a historian, man. Don't get me like to tell you that, I know about when this set was started. To me, all it came from all originated from the Black Panthers. that revolution, when that ended, it kind of morphed into gangs across the nation, man. And it's history to prove that. So I'm not the historian to tell you, okay, this gang started it. But I know after the Black Panther Revolution, which took place across the states, it was in a few states, Chicago, the main cities, New York, Chicago, LA, had all Panther parties. So when that ended, you could say it's probably from the COINTELPRO, like it morphed into gang starting, you know what I'm saying? And all gangs got history that go back into the Black Panthers. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, yo, because I'm not trying to put out information that I'm not certain about. That's not me. I'm not gonna do that. Like when I study, like if I put out information, it's something that I study and I analyze and I give it to people. Now, the stuff that I came under, like the blood information, to me is frivolous. I just know I was begging. Now the history of it, don't ask me. I ain't even gonna get into that because basically it's frivolous.
Got you. All right. What set you claim?
I was a villain, Bloodstone villain, BSV.
Got you. Now, when you got arrested, what was your charges?
I got arrested for robbery in the 2nd degree, and I was impersonating police officers, so they gave me the robbery charge. And I got caught with the police issued stuff like the bulletproof vests and NYPD windbreaker jackets and fake badges. You know, it was like one of them cases. And I was facing 30 years because of my record. My homie got away, but you know, I did it. I copped out to the 10, and then I caught the new one while I was in Elmira. So that's what happened.
Got you. Now, did you ever beef with other Bloods or other sets?
Nah, I never was into the set tripping thing. That time missed me. You know what I'm saying? When they started, because I was in a box and then I was getting ready to come home. But I had a couple of altercations with like a couple of Bloods. You know what I'm saying? That come from being in a box. Like it's a bunch. When you're in a box, it gets real. Like it gets crazy in the box. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, bro. When you're in solitary for years, and then you be in Southport, like some people start losing their minds. So dudes be arguing on the gates with homies, and this homie be inviting them to Frank stands and all that type of stuff. And I had a couple of words with one homie one time, but it never turned into no set tripping thing. It was all this homie was like losing his mind. It was in the L too. Shout out to all my homies that was in the L with me when that went down. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing major though. It was just like a words that, you know what I'm saying? Homie said he said what he had to say. I said what I had to say, and then we left it at that. But I never got to no set tripping with no homies.
Got you. Now your Blood Chronicles, I think Rise the Power, right? That's the name of it. That's coming out in June. What is that about?
Yeah, what's it basically about? Like, it's like reenactments. Like I've been telling the stories of the reenactment, right? Of what it was like, because in hindsight, when I look back at what I did and how I lived, I couldn't believe I morphed into that. I couldn't believe I adapted to that lifestyle. So I want to show the people like the bad part of that, like what it feels like to be in them cells cold at night, and they feel like it's cold, the steel is cold and it's freezing in there, and you hungry, and it feel like it's taking your soul at night. And when you scared to come out your cell the next day because it's like 30 ops waiting for you with knives. And I want to talk about how it feels to be, you know, just being alone and being subjected to violence all around you, the police, racism, the box time, the hardships to missing your family, you know, the people that do the biz with you, you know what I'm saying? I want to touch on that, the hardships, like, and how primitive it got and how my mind adapted to that. And it's really unbelievable. So I want to, and I know it's a form of entertainment because I know people that don't live that, they want to take a look into that world. Like my mother used to tell me when I used to call her, she used to be like, son, I don't know how you did time in the box, let alone time in jail. How you did the box time. Because she couldn't imagine being locked in a cell for 24 hours, let alone 2 years.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to touch on that and give people some insight on, what that feeling was like, because it's about entertainment for me now and reading. Because I remember when I used to read books, and I used to remember the different worlds you used to take me to, stuff I wasn't subjected to through reading. So I want to take people through that kind of experience. Like, damn, it was like that. So I don't want to glorify it, but I want to give them some type of like entertainment. Like, wow, I can't believe he did that, or I can't believe he experienced that, and so many others that experienced, not only me. So I want to have a voice for all the people that's locked down, and I want to bring, I want to enlighten the people and show them that, it's bad to this. There's nothing really good out of it. You know what I'm saying? The only good thing out of this is that the old saying that you got to go through things to come to greatness. You got to go through the bumps. So I guess this is my bumps, and I wish I could teach people not to take this road, because them cells are cold and lonely, man. And it's only you and God. So that's what I want to express to people out there.
Got you. What's the difference between Blood and Crip?
Yo, it really ain't no different, man. You know what the difference is? That we one and the same. Is that Blood and Crip is like, our blood is blue on the inside, and when it come out, it's turned red. You feel me? So it's just black. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got different culture, I guess. They got different lingo, but it's all the same, man. It's all the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see, like, I'm not the type of person that be like, I was never the type of person that agreed with banging on your own color, man. I really didn't. Even Spanish people, I wasn't really agreeing with that, but it is what it is. And they showed a lot of, racism towards, like, people of color, so I had to stand up, and it wasn't racism for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot of homies that was Hispanic, of the Hispanic descent. But there's really no difference between none of the gangs. I think it's a form of, like, everybody be kind of scared, so they unite, you know what I'm saying? When you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Got you. What's the meaning of Damu?
Oh, Damu? That's just, Damu is just Swahili for blood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bloods, like, took on the Swahili language, you know what I'm saying? They was talking in Swahili. I think that's dated back to the revolutionary time when we was more conscious. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what Damu is using Swahili.
Got you. Now, when you was doing your bid, did you have like a girl, any women trooping it out with you during that 13-year stretch?
Yeah, I got married to a woman, and she did the time with me. And she did the whole thing until at the end, until I was feeling guilty that I had to ride that out, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to all the women, man, that
But explain those trips, them up north trips and the downstate trips. Explain that, you know what I mean? Like, because, I want people to visualize, especially women that may have to go through this one day or going through this. Like, could you give them some insight?
Yo, not to, like, discredit, like, the dudes that's in prison, but if you were to ask me again, right, to tell somebody to sacrifice their life and because I want to be in jail and I'm a gang bang, I wouldn't do it to her. You know what I'm saying? It was a selfish act that I did that because I was only thinking about myself, and I put her in harm's way. I put her in jeopardy because I was telling her to bring all type of illegal stuff. You know what I'm saying? The razors, the drugs, and it was all because of my selfish gain and my selfish need. It wasn't even a need. It was just a selfishness of me that would subject this woman to actually potentially lose her freedom. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you gotta respect women that ride out with people like this. That loyalty, and that was the reason I married her. I married her out of loyalty because she was coming, she was bringing the bag, she was bringing me anything I wanted. That's how I became so strong in it. It's because of her, because she brought me all the contraband shit. So if I had all the contraband, I had all the dog food, I was getting all the weapons. So I got a lot of power because I could bring it in. You could bring it in, you control the jails.
And I want to, you know, shed a little light to this situation. You know what I mean? Maybe add a little humor. You probably married her for them conjugal visits too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and it's so crazy about that. I did have that on my mind, but I was banging so hard I never got a conjugal, man. Never.
What?
Never was able to give her. I was in a box 4 years.
Wow.
Every time I would come out, popping, banging. And that's the selfishness of me, because she married me like, yo, what's up? And she's still, while I'm in the box, still bringing it back, bro. Box. So
what was the breaking point?
Women, man, those women, bro.
Now, salute to the women that's holding their dudes down while they doing their time, and you know, you're holding the family down and riding.
And I know, Reck, I don't want everybody all the women, if you're gonna be on the comments saying she's stupid, don't even do it like that. Y'all can make your comments, but this is not to degrade her or to make her feel like she's, nah. I'm trying to give homage and to say that it was my fault. And women love so hard that they will lie for you. They'll take a stand and lie for you, bro. They'll jeopardize their freedom for you. So I'm just trying to give homage and salute to the women that's loyal to these dudes. Like, really loyal. I salute y'all, man. I put y'all face, and we should put y'all on a pedestal. So shout out to the women that hold us down in the pens, man. Shout out to y'all, man, because I know y'all want love. Y'all want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? And we such a-holes, and we so inconsiderate and selfish that we just see ourselves. So, yo, try to reintegrate these guys to thinking and loving their queens more, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do, man. Exalt them, man. Put them on a pedestal.
Salute to my queen, China Black, and salute to all the queens that be donating and liking and sharing on MRecktv, watching the video. So salute, queens, and salute to all my women. Whether you married or you in a relationship, holding your dudes down, whether they locked up or whether they working a job or they taking care of their family, just, you know, salute to y'all. Love is love. You know, what you got coming? That project.
Yeah, we got the Blood Chronicles coming June 16th. Like I said, it's going to be a reenactment of, you know, the things I went through in there, and I'm gonna have former homies that was gangbanging tell their stories too. So it's not going to be only me. It's going to be focused on some homies that want to tell their stories of how they came out of the struggle as well. That's coming in June 16th. I'm also working on a bill to be passed in Albany, you know what I'm saying, to eradicate solitary confinement in New York State prisons. There's a large percentage of people committing suicide while in solitary confinement, SHU, some of those boxes that's in New York State. And while Pataki was in office, he kind of took a lot of taxpayers' money and invested in building these new jails that's going, it's going to waste. Like, so they trying to, like, you know what I'm saying that you could build new jails, but that's not the case. So we were just trying to, you know what I'm saying, work with, you know, legislating in Albany to get those bills passed to get those brothers out of those cells. So that's what I'm doing now. So June 16th, yeah, that's the Chronicles coming out, and I'll be dropping some music, like a theme song to that.
Like a soundtrack and a score to it, yeah. Got it. So, all right, man. Love is love once again. Salute Stakk Stone, double deuces and bubble gooses.
Deuce. One, kid.
We going, MRecktv.
Yeah, tweeted on the front. Got a few bad chicks and my grimy gang. Line your ass up for them shiny things. You thought it couldn't happen, but we caught you lacking. I coach all the shooters, Phil Jackson. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktVpromo, MRecktVpromo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.